YouTube stream should be live. Let's wait a bit. Now let me check if my stream elements. If I switch my stream elements to YouTube. How do you see the check mark? I'm on my stream elements. Where is... On stream elements on the YouTube dashboard on the right side where it shows the bar beneath. What's the bar beneath? You'll say something like a bar joined. On the YouTube dashboard. Okay, if I click on the dashboard. Increase. Oh, I think I need to. Wait, I think I figured it out. Let me see if I can activate the bot. Chatbot check. Overlays. I don't need the other things yet. But it says the bot's in our chat. I think the bot joined the YouTube chat. Welcome Jaywalker on YouTube. Tanaka to Diversify Forever. What's this place? I'm on Wuthering Waves right now. Thank you Pokesteamers for the 1 year of support. Happy 1 year. Wait, it works. Stream elements, the merge worked. And the socials also worked. I didn't realize I needed to go to the dashboard and activate the bot. Thank you Pokesteamers for the 1 year of support. Welcome back. Welcome Sable on YouTube. It does look like things are working. Bot is in chat. I didn't realize I needed to click on the dashboard part. Now if I switch back, I think it should still be active. Thank you, Sidon, for testing. 可是 YouTube 没有更多互动的东西，是的。YouTube 只要方便你看直播。My Wuthering Waves seem to be muted. Oh, I wanted to first take a look at... I saw they announced Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Blue Protocols announced their gacha game that I think some people play tested earlier. I think I saw Brax, Taparo, quite a few people tested out. No, it's a Blue Protocol is dead, but they're releasing the new Blue Protocol Star something, their gacha game. Yeah, and they also showed Persona 5X. Star Resonance. Let me take a look. There's an official announcement trailer earlier. Let's take a peek. It's coming back. Yeah, they basically... It's not a name change. Because the whole game system is different. Blue Protocol is an MMO. They're announcing Blue Protocol Star Resonance, which is a gacha game. Can take a look at what it looks like. YouTube. Now, Tribe 9 is also dead. The Tribe 9 news was really sad. Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Capture. The first video I see is Braxophones. My most anticipated game with Blue Protocol Star Resonance is getting a global release. I think they did showcase was it a first official global launch release date? Maybe it wasn't a release trailer. They announced the release date. But there were some people announcement trailer. Was it this one? I remember people played. They invited playtesters to play the game. Stream Elements? What happened to Stream Elements? Thank you, Aliu Comet, on becoming a member on YouTube. Is Stream Elements typing messages by itself? No emotes for Stream Elements commands in YouTube. Ah, because Stream Elements is not a member. Welcome back, Smunk. Now, Tribe 9 unfortunately did not recover from their launch. the Breath of Wild like mobs. At Star Resonance, the style reminds me a bit of Breath of the Wild. Let me pause the sound here. Chrome sound. Let me see what this... I don't know when they released this announcement trailer. I don't know if they have a new one. There are some gameplay footages people revealed though. This might have been a while ago for the announcement trailer. I kind of remember seeing when they were announcing this game. It's essentially, I think it is a gacha from the Blue Protocol devs. It's Blue Protocol Star Resonance. See, is it the... I think it is a gacha game. But I'm not sure if it's the character. If it's a character gacha or cosmetics. I don't think we have all the details yet. I see there's fishing. Gacha overload. Everyone's making gacha games. I think there's some gameplay footages we can take a look. Original one had cosmetic gacha, so maybe it's just that. Yeah, I heard about the MMORPG. Wait, what song is playing in the back? Is this a Blue Protocol song, or is this a is this an actual song by someone? It's the gacha era, essentially. Can you link something like a Sweetly bot to YouTube? I don't think so. There are no specific bot accounts on YouTube. Stream Elements, no Sweet member. I don't think I can link like a Sweetly bot onto YouTube as far as I know. Baby Sweetly Sweet. Sweet mod. Good night to Trizo. Well, because you can't even gift individual people memberships on YouTube. I'm not sure how YouTube bots and their gifts work. Arise, gacha whales, and free-to-play players. Well, the gacha games, one benefit is there are a lot of nice free-to-play content in the gacha games. If you're not super enticed to spend all your money and swipe for all the characters and the cosmetics. I was taking a look at the Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Where was 2 weeks ago? Oh, Tenten was playing this game. Class Showcase. Is this still an MMO? I wonder, it's not 100% clear if it's a gacha for the characters this week. There's been so much gacha news this week. There has been a lot of gacha news this week. Was the new Persona game also a gacha game? This Persona 5X, which is already out in China. The environment does kind of remind me a bit of when I see people play Breath of the Wild. You heard it isn't for the OG. I see it is a gacha game. And this is the class showcase. Okay, let's watch what Brax has to say about this.
This is not a sponsored video. You guys know I get quite a few of those, and oftentimes game companies will reach out to me and they'll be like, hey, can you make a video on our game? And then I'll look at it, I'll talk about it, whatever. This is just news though. And this is something I've been so excited about for such a long time. In fact,
also, it's not a sponsored video. So Brax is actually really excited to play this game.
Probably more creators than just me.
I do see the Rin. I see the Akarai. I do see the Rins in the back.
Are excited.
Easy skip, says Nick. Welcome back, Maple.
Blue Protocol Star Resonance just got announced for a global release. Now, if you don't know what
does that mean it's already out?
Blue Protocol Star Resonance is, but maybe you know what Blue Protocol is. Maybe you're confused on what that's about. Essentially, there was this anime MMORPG that was in development for a really long time called Blue Protocol. It was developed by Bandai Namco, and they were based out
kind of look like the W engines too.
Japan. So it was going to be a Japanese anime MMORPG, but somehow, some way,
yeah, a lot of people was excited for actual Blue Protocol.
And the game released in Japan first after like 10 years
Welcome
of waiting.
Back, RC.
The game, if you Google it, it says says the game was announced in 2022. That is not true. Blue Protocol was a game that maybe the release wasn't officially announced, but the game was in development way before then, and it is actually a large reason why so many content creators that played Genshin Impact ended up being a Genshin Impact creator. Because what happened is this game was taking so long to come out. I think it had to have been announced in 2018 or earlier. I don't remember when. I just remember.
Yeah, I feel like they first announced Blue Protocol 5+ years ago. It was quite a few years ago. And then it just took a long time. And then it first came out in JP and then things went south.
An MMO Byte video on it way back in the day when I was looking for a new MMO. And amongst all of the hype of this game, Blue Protocol, this game comes out of nowhere called Genshin Impact, something we had never before seen in the West. Is like a high quality gacha game. So all the Westerners who have never touched gachas before, I mean, there are some, right? But people like me who is like, I played casually Pokemon Masters EX. I didn't even know what a gacha game was at that point, right? So Genshin Impact comes out and we're like, oh my God, it's an anime RPG. That's all I wanted. Because so many people wanted just an anime RPG to play and some people wanted an anime MMORPG to play, but Genshin Impact comes out and it fills that gap.
Look familiar
like,
to
okay,
the Blue Protocol gameplay.
Fuck. And some of us are like, okay, I'll just play this until Blue Protocol comes out. That was what I did. And then I heard it was going to be announced. And then I was like, oh my God, this is it. Finally, we're going to get to play. They release it in Japan only. And it's absolutely
something about Bandai not caring about
when you release a game to one region only, when the
you can't tell if this is old footage. I think this is the recent footage. There was a recent beta play test of sorts for Blue Protocol Star Resonance. So I think it's the latest footage.
Entire world's excited about it. You fucked the game. I don't know how many times we have to tell you this, old man. You know, like how many times do we have to repeat this same old song and dance where we release a game?
Okay, my thoughts on playing the beta for 60 hours. Like you said, my thoughts after playing the beta for 60 hours.
So a lot of what I was doing was guessing based on my previous MMO experiences, and I did figure out a lot of systems, and it very much is an MMO at its core, although it does play a little differently.
It does make sense. It feels like they tweaked some of the original. They kept a lot of the original assets, and then they tweaked some things.
The MMOs that I'm used
to. Skill tree.
And I don't know if that's just like a studio decision or if that's like a regional thing. But either way, there is a lot of stuff to do in the game, which I think was the biggest problem that Blue Protocol initially had, was that there just wasn't enough actual content to play. There are some concerns I have still, and I'll talk about those in a moment. But what you should know is that this game has a lot more to do at the moment than original Blue Protocol did, and I think that's a huge W. For example, you can go life skilling, you can dungeon spam for gear score if you want to increase your gear score, you can just run dungeons infinitely. I know a lot of people are really worried about, myself included, about them putting like a stamina system in for dungeons.
Some people really don't like that.
A day, but you can actually run dungeons infinitely. So it is
kind of like the MMO, or I guess it's kind of like the Wuthering Waves system. You can keep farming your echoes infinitely to upgrade them.
There's no stopping you from running one infinitely.
I guess you run out of Echo EXP, so you are capped on Wuthering Waves.
Bonuses for the first 2 dungeons you run every day. That's your daily incentive to play, is that your first 2 dungeons give you bonus loot, but you can technically just run it over and over and over for gear. And there's also other classes, and you can get all of the classes on one character, which means that you can progress all of your classes on.
Oh, but then why don't you just play PoE?
One character. If you've already maxed one out, it doesn't mean you have nothing to do on that character anymore. You can still max out other jobs or other classes, not jobs, and swap between them. There's world bosses, elite farming for materials.
Finally, no stamina for dungeon spam. There are other games with no stamina for dungeon spam. What if they want to play with your friends? You can play with your friends, but I guess it's a bit of a difference.
Floors, there's 20-man raids. There's plenty of guild content. There's fishing. That is multiple floors. There's 20-man raids. There's plenty of guild content. There's fishing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the fishing one seems like a pretty big deal, because I feel like every single game there's fishing in, there's like a cult of fishermen who like sit there and fish all day, every day, and that's like what they do for the entire game. Like all the way from beginning to EOS, these guys are crazy. But I'm happy for them. You know, they found something that they enjoy doing, and
it might still be an MMO, actually.
Fish, man. You also have class role trials that you need to do to level up your classes. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things for you to sit down and actually do every single day. Now, there are downsides, because remember, I played the beta and I got to experience firsthand what it felt like to have a stamina system in an MMO. The stamina system is not for dungeon and gearing. It is, however, for crafting and gathering. Now, for some people,
there's a stamina system for crafting and gathering to limit you from upgrading.
That is a huge deal, and that's a deal breaker, and I totally get it. For me, I'm not someone who's always spent a lot of time crafting and gathering, but it does feel
You spend 10 stamina. You have 1,990 stamina left. But do we have stamina in Tower of Fantasy? There was like a crafting.
Like it has some
gathering.
pretty good application.
I will be checking out Tower of Fantasy this weekend. I believe we'll be checking out Tower of Fantasy this weekend. People in JP fish for hours, and there are definitely fishing codes in various games. Wait, what? I might have a sponsor for TOF this weekend. Did I hear that right? I was telling chat yesterday I haven't played TOF since the release week, I believe.
In this game, mostly because by crafting and gathering you can get things that you need to upgrade your gear, and it limits the amount of things that you can do per day. So essentially the way it works is you have a cap of 2,000 stamina, and every single day at reset you get 400 stamina. Every single thing you craft or gather takes 10 stamina, so you can craft or gather up to 40 things combined for your
basically like capping a resource.
Daily stamina, but since the game will launch with you capped at 2,000, so I would recommend, like, if you guys are starting out, probably just go grab a bunch of stuff so your stamina doesn't cap. There's also some different ways to get stamina.
You almost forgot which game is TOF. It's Path of Exile, a good game. You can try out Path of Exile too when it comes out of early access in maybe a year or so, unless you want to purchase to play it for free. Welcome back, BizTorrent.
One of my biggest pieces of this is just the fact that you can
I hope you feel better soon too, Shia.
buy the stamina. You can't buy too much of it. There's actually a really short limit of how much you can actually buy, but there's ways to get more stamina, and it involves using the cash shop. So I'm not a big fan of that. But if you do want a stamina max, you actually get different stamina on every character you have. So if you make 3 characters, each character is going to get 400.
Oh. This is like a Lost Ark. Well, not really. This is where you can have your ult game. So you have to max out your ults to max out your stamina to max out your resources.
And if you're trading that on the market board, or if you're just trying to farm skills or whatever that may mean, you technically can get up to 1,200 stamina a day across your 3 characters. But yeah.
No, you only have 3 ults. You can't make that many ults in Blue Protocol Star Resonance. And Lost Ark, you can create a lot of ults. Just artificial limiter to generate revenue. You severely regret playing Lost Ark, really? Stamina for gathering crafting is DOA already. Are you going to play this game? I don't think so, but we'll see.
The biggest sort of upset I've had about the entire thing is that gating, this is based on the beta, by the way, so this still could change, but gating your crafting and gathering behind stamina, I do think is not great. It's not the worst thing. I would much rather them gate crafting and gathering than dungeon runs, because like the main content of an MMO is running content with your friends, and I feel like, you know, if I'm gonna go run dungeons, if I'm gonna run bosses, raids, and stuff like that, I'd rather not have those gated by stamina. That just takes away like so much of what the game is supposed to be. But either
a game where you can play with a bunch of other people can be fun though. What game is this? We're taking a look at Brax's review of the Blue Protocol Star Resonance, which today they announced a global release, I believe. Lost months of your life to Lost Ark? That's not too bad. I've had people lose years of their life and years of their savings to Lost Ark. EOS, says Nick, our friends are our ults. I did see Tribe 9 announced EOS, sadly. Surprisingly, I saw the post where it says Tribe 9 actually meant Tribe 9 months. And given that Tribe 9 released in February, it is actually 9 months for their EOS, because they're going EOS in September. So Tribe 9 literally lasted 9 months. Maybe they did it on purpose, because currently it's May. I'm wondering why they're waiting till all the way till November to EOS. Maybe they were the ones that added 9 to their launch date. So Tribe 9 is literally a 9-month-long gacha before end of service.
Are gating some sort of side content, which I don't think is good. The other issue with Star Resonance is that it does have one of the same issues that Tower of Fantasy has. This does not matter if you start playing the game like a month in, but it matters for people playing at launch. They are time gating the main story quest. So essentially what that means is after you do the first quest, there's going to be a server, I believe it's server side. there's going to be a server time where the next quest unlocks. And that is another artificial mechanism to slow down progression to make sure people don't rush to endgame immediately.
Now, everyone will be caught up at around the same time. They even had an anime and everything. Welcome back, Heliop. You're usually 6 hours later and just watched the VOD. Welcome to the beginning of stream. Time gating can be good for some players, can be bad for other players who just want to play as much of the game as possible on launch, especially when it's an exciting game.
As I can tell, none of this stuff actually exists outside of Chinese MMOs. I haven't played a ton of Korean MMOs. I wasn't there at Lost Ark launch, so I don't know if they did the same thing. But it is something that I find quite frustrating. I'm really hoping that they don't do that on release and that it was just a beta thing, but we will see. There is a possibility.
They do this a lot in the Chinese MMOs, as far as I'm aware. They do have this mechanic where they time gate how much you can level every day. You can respect time gating, depends on how much and how it's done. It is a common mechanic, unfortunately. You can't do more MSQ after you finish the patches MSQ, but then you have raids and time gated raids.
That you do the quest and then you have to go do side content for the rest of the day because the next quest doesn't unlock for 32 hours. So in my opinion, those are the two biggest downsides. I know some people don't like the graphics. I'm personally a fan. I think it looks like anime and very cartoonish, the way that the characters move. And I feel like that's kind of on brand.
It does kind of look like I'm watching the anime. The character art style is very anime-like. You think the recent season of Discovery and Classic WoW was phase gated and it was quite successful. But if it's just MSQ without significant content, it sounds like it motivates players to do the side content, but we don't know how much side content there is yet.
The game is. I know some people don't like that, but that's I mean, that's just my opinion. I think it's cool. But yeah, so this is a game that everyone's been waiting for a super long time, and I've been waiting for it for a super long time. Now it's like Blue Protocol died, and then they harvested Blue Protocol's organs and put them into another vessel, and now that thing is alive.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. It's still at its heart, it feels like an MMO, but they adjusted some of the systems and the art style. But you did all the side content first in E33 and MSQ wasn't time gated? That's because it wasn't time gated. Wait, but what does that mean? As in I would like the system or I wouldn't like the system. You like the character designs? It's a style that some people really like and other people probably find not very appealing. Welcome back, Animo Sensei.
But, you know, it seems better and
I think he says you would do that either way. Oh, but if the main quest was time-gated, I would definitely do the main quest first. Or rather, I feel like it's a very different game if you're playing a game in a system with other people. Versus if I'm playing a single-player game by myself. If I'm playing an MMO, I think I would approach it completely differently.
Stronger than ever before. Blue Protocol Star Resonance, I'm very excited for it, and with the announcement of a global release, you can absolutely expect me to be full diving into that game when it comes out. I've always been an MMO junkie. I have played so many MMOs throughout my life. I love investing all of my time into one game and being able to play that game with my friends for me.
Oh, I do know Brax plays FF14. How do you sleep with all these games launching? You just go to sleep and pretend and most of them don't exist, except for the ones you actually care about.
Meaningful content.
The new ZZZ.
Am I still going to cover other games? Time will tell. Depends how much time I have when Blue Protocol comes out, right? But I'm absolutely going to be talking about that game a lot because I love MMORPGs, and finally, after what feels like centuries, we get to play an anime MMORPG.
When is it releasing?
Or a kingdom. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about Blue Protocol Star Resonance if you guys are going to be playing, and I will catch you guys in the next video.
There's pressure from the people around you to get to endgame as fast as possible when there are other people around you. He plays a lot of FF14. I remember I saw him posting about recruiting some party members for his raid in FF14. If the main story had world impact and thus gating it was an immersion thing, it could be cool. Wait, but then the new players wouldn't be able to. Maybe it would gauge you based on the regions. I was thinking they usually do this only on release to try to keep everyone around similar levels. Welcome back, you got some milk. Releasing in 2 years? Did they not announce an actual release date? You hope It's good though on the new dev vision. We all hate the gacha aspect that they're trying to force onto these new games. It's unclear what kind of gacha aspect this game currently has though. This is the official release. They announced global release, but there's some regions without website support. I don't think there's a date yet. Class showcase. So there are quite a few classes. These characters do look very, very anime-esque. What is the music on their site? The BGM music is pretty. Oh, I just refreshed so I can try it tomorrow. In a few hours for NA. And in 4 or 5 hours. Surely not weapon-based. I see no release date yet. They do look a bit like NPCs. But these are kind of... This is how you sell the skins in the MMOs as a class. You can customize your characters and probably put on different gear and armor and skins. Begin your MMORPG adventure. So maybe Blue Protocol Star Resonance isn't a gacha game then. It might still be released as an MMO. Welcome back, it's Vem. We recently started playing Wuthering Waves between Cartithia and WUWA. I feel like you might want to wait till when Cartithia releases. Likely Cartithia for your first promo. But Cartithia might or might not have some reliances on Shakona, who's releasing next week. The music is nice. I see the only gacha is cosmetic. It's still an MMORPG, but it retains the previous Blue Protocol cosmetic gacha. We don't know when it's releasing though. What do we know about the Persona game? What was it called? Persona 5... Was it? Wait, I searched personal. Persona... It's called Persona 5... Phantom X. Global release trailer. PX.
破滅に抗うために無欲との決別を
マガ通信知らない？街中で見かけた迷惑な人をファントムって認定していくってやつでやつがターゲット木内武之俗に言うぶつかり男というやつだ仕事の話をさせてもらうわしと一緒に怪盗をやってもらいたいのだ心を歪めている根本お宝を盗み出す
ぶつかられても泣き寝入りそれを見てても知らんぷり俺は俺のやりたいことを好きなだけやらせてもらう
本人の精神が歪んでいけばいつか欲望の搾取が始まるだとしたら欲望を奪われるのを止めないと
そんな奇跡が起こらない限りできっこないさ悪いけどあの子には生贄になってもらう
Hey! It's like the Genshin or rhythm game.
首突っ込ませてもらうぜ俺らで料理してやろうじゃないの
ダメダメみんなまとめて地獄行きだ
Making forward to the Hydra.
わしらは全てをなくしてここにあるもの立ちふさがるというなら全てを奪って進むまでやっと分かった私自分が何したいのか
大勢の人から欲望を奪った罪償わせてやろうぜ
P5X Persona 5 for Santa. Well, this actually has a release date. End of next month. June 26, 2025. This is the global launch though. P5X is already out in China. It doesn't have the sync to launches. Game Atlas was teased for this game since last week. When did it first? I wonder when it released in the China version. You're curious if the global is going to get the same events that already happened. Did the Chinese version came out recently or was it a while ago? I've never played Metaphor. Oh, it came out over a year ago. I see. So this is just the global launch of Persona 5 The Phantom X. This one is a gacha game, but this global version coming out 1 year later. I see. This was the opening posted a year ago. Because the game released a year ago. Of course, the end comes first. You think you saw the ads, but a Persona 5X was announced. And then Blue Protocol Global announced. But no date for Blue Protocol. Wait, what? Shakona concert? Wait, when did they post on their Twitter? Refresh. Oh! Wait, 3 minutes ago. Raguna's special performance. I thought you were talking about the BGM in the video I was playing as a Shakona concert. I was so confused. I didn't realize you were talking about an actual Shakona concert. Raguna's special performance glimpse. I will continue to sing. Is this gonna be the new song? Shakona the Bard will grace Raguna with her captivating performance. Maybe this is the song. Your summer will never wither. Special performer Bard Shakona. No wonder. The Wuthering Waves. They were asking me if I wanted to sing at the anniversary event. I told them I don't sing. And then I was asking them which song, and then they were saying it hasn't released yet. So maybe this is the song they were talking about. The Shakona, your summer will never wither. Oh, that's why Nick was typing your summer will never wither earlier. Date May 22nd. Wait, which May 20? May 22nd in China? So maybe it's in exactly 1 week. Summer really doesn't wither. She looks pretty in the picture. I wonder this must be her EP song. Wuthering Waves has been coming out for songs all the time. It's Thursday, but I wonder if it's Thursday. Probably Thursday China time. I will continue to sing as long as there are those who breathe and see. My eternal summer will never fade. Shakona the Bard will grace Raguna with her captivating performance. Stay tuned. I'm excited to hear what song she's singing. I have skipped her since Master Dragon. A lot of people will have to skip her to try to pick up Karchadia. Oh, they've been posting more of their fan creation art. Oh, this rover art looks pretty cool. It's our 2 latest Arrow rovers, and they both have their aura gaze in their eyes. I like this piece. Shakona could have sang on the anniversary event. They are planning to, I think, have the Shakona song. She is best in slot team for Karchadia. She is best in slot team for Karchadia. Sticker set. Oh! These must have been the stickers. Ah, I saw. No wonder people were retweeting this one. The Zani stickers. Zani with the rope around her working and then giving a thumbs up. No wonder it's from the official Wuthering Waves Zani sticker set. A very relatable sticker. You saw that one so many times. I didn't realize where it came from. That's where it comes from. Need to add a rope. Need to add a rope to this sweet work. I know, official sticker from Wuthering Waves is crazy. I like the rope touch though. Hey, they have the drained. The Zani with 1% battery. Zani sleeping. Zani chilling. Zani with the schedule. Timeout. Dead Zani. Zani in jail working. Or I guess it's Zani behind bars working. It's how the devs feel. Good night to Serifs. Thank you for joining in. Apparently, this is approved officially, so that's where it comes from. Oh, these are official stickers on the Discord server. Wait, that means I have the stickers. Don't I have? I have Zani. Am I not in the? I am in the official Discord. Maybe they named it something else. Wuthering Waves official. I feel like they didn't add it to their thing. Oh, I did check the stickers. Available now on our official Discord server. I am in the official Wuthering Waves, I think. Wuthering Waves official. Did they add it as a sticker on their official server? Let me see. I only see they don't have that many slots. I don't see any Zani stickers on the official Wuthering Waves Discord. I only see some Encore stickers and some Yang stickers. Unless they posted the picture somewhere. Cyan is based for that emote. This one is, and this is the event. Looks like next week we have a concert. Shakona concert and then the ZZZ anniversary live stream. The rope is crazy. I can't believe they actually added the rope to Zani's work emote. Shakona will be singing for us next week. Alright, let's watch what happened in this train wreck. How did Jingxi lose? Go to the event. The thumbs up is the best. Zani with the thumbs up. Better luck next time. Number 1 underdog Camellia. I almost voted for Camellia. Let's watch the replay. I see Jingxi was 2nd place. It's 3x. Let me turn off the comments for now. Camellia, Carlotta. Oops. Let me move this window over. At least Calcaro didn't win again. Then it would have been really scripted. You supported Shorekeeper and she ended up in last place. Wait, are the comments different than the ones from yesterday? Shorekeeper become a butterfly and speed away. Ref, someone's throwing. Crimson blossoms turning the tide. You know, I've always had faith in Calcaro. Show us the speed of the hounds. Day or night, Jingxi is the best. I think these are similar comments as yesterday. So rigged. Yeah, I like the so rigged. Calcaro first. Changli. It's really bad to have cubes on top of you. Poor Jingxi didn't get a ride. Oh, but Calcaro carried Jingxi all the way over. And then here, Calcaro's first, doubled the profits. We're almost at the end. Let me slow it down a bit. Poor Shorekeeper. So here, Changli is at the very end. We have a 4 stack. But Camellia here got to go first. The race has ended. How does it determine second? Is it because Jingxi was on the highest? There are 3 cubes stacked on top of each other, but Camellia went first. Have I unlocked Hugo? I am skipping Hugo. Calcaro showing you how you lost the 50-50, and then poor Shorekeeper and Changli. So they got such low ranking that they got kicked out. Welcome back to Akira Mattel. Who should I vote tomorrow? I'm gonna keep voting for Jingxi. Surely Jingxi will win tomorrow. Best wife first? Camellia's ability is pretty good. Congratulations to Camellia for taking first place. She says she had a blast and can't wait for the next race to begin. Oh, but tomorrow, I think the next race will be voting on these, and the next one is the next side. Phoebe, Carchadiazani. I think I'll vote for Phoebes. Thank you, Lost, for the 35 months resub. Happy 35 months. Jingshi doesn't start with C. Odd one out. Because we had Changli, Calcaro, Camellia, Carlotta. We have so many C characters. Cantarella, Shakona, Cartadia. Welcome, Sway Virus, to this stream. Let me drink some water. I hope... I want Phoebe to win. Though I also like Cartadia. You voted for Zani. Quite a few people probably voted for Zani. You're gonna keep voting for Carlotta and Cartadia. Your luck is not on your side so far. I think I'll keep voting for Jingshi on the left side, and then Phoebes on the right side. You pulled and got Hugo's W engine and Lighters. You even went for Lighters W engine. Congratulations to King Lugia. Sounds like you won big. Cartadia about to pull up and purge all evil cubes. I need to do... I think my stamina is perfectly capped again. I only have 130 reserve plates. Where are these? My game is muted. I still don't hear anything. Wuthering Waves. Ah, now I fixed it. Okay. You're happy you got Georgia before this banner phase ended. On the reruns, the banner is ending in 6 days. No more Zani, no more Phoebe. So you could choose between... I feel like most people maybe pulled Phoebe. Maybe a Joju and then no more String Master after. All in Cartadia if she active her skill at round 1. Oh, for the Cube event. A lot of people pulled Stream Master. I wonder if I want another copy of Stream Master. Thank you to Harriel. Electro HP fusion damage bonus. Oh, I also saw... I probably shouldn't be farming this set anymore. Fusion, it's time to relocate. Spectral damage bonus. Which set is this? It's time to change the tacit fields. It's time to change the tacit fields. I think I'm gonna go back to farming more Phoebes and Zani tacit materials. I think we'll go back to probably this one. Back to my Frosty Resolve and Eternal Radiance. I traded for the wrong set. Let's go back in. Why not the Frolova one? I already have good Frolova echoes, surely. The Camellia's wearing them. You're stocking up on elusive boxes. Ah. Those are nice. Thank you, RC, for the hydrate. But given I could benefit from some more of Eternal Radiance, I think I'll farm some here for now. Wait, what? You need ER? Camila uses the Havoc damage bonus one. Complete. Energy regen. I'll keep this one. Maybe I can get some Capitanos. HP Spectral Glacial. Nope. ER Coordinated Attack Set. Camellia, my Camellia's on the Havoc damage bonus one. I was saying Frolova probably can make use of the Havoc damage bonus one. 1 week before Elusive Realm update. Low-key hoping Quoro doesn't cook with Luba because you need a skip banner. Cooked? I know I am. Elusive Realm takes so much time to finish. Yeah, I've been doing it weekly. The boxes are nice, but it does take longer. You did your research on which that she needs the Yar one? But have they even released? They haven't released anything about Frolova. Claim. How many days? 26 days. I haven't claimed this bottom one. I'll unlock it later. Does the streamer know I don't think I know about this one yet. Hope you enjoy your T202 Ariel. Why does it have a... Oh, because I can claim my popularity prizes. I wonder if I should just win it once. And then I can leave the claim at the very end. But then I can just use up the claim on the very last day. There were Frolova and Dreams at the start. You might skip the Bard all in on Cartadia. That seems to be the plan for a lot of people. At the rerun banner, there'll be cooler characters to pull. There are too many characters to pull in all our games. I never finished the Zani quest. How long does the Zani quest take? Let me drink some water. Thank you, RC, for the hydrate. Two hours? Would you recommend Brand for Changli? I do recommend Brand for Changli if you're not opposed to pulling Brand, a male character. Not only because Brand works well with Changli, also because Brand works well as a solo character, as a flex character for both solo content and on other teams. For instance, Brand Carlotta is also very strong. You can even play Brand Jingxi because he buffs the resonant skill damage amplify. And then Brand Changli is strong. Pretty short? But 2 hours is pretty long. I feel like our other ones only took... Rochia's was pretty short. And Wuthering Waves, you feel like you want to pull every character, same. And Wuthering Waves, at least your weapon is guaranteed. So you end up spending a bit less because you can't lose on the weapon banner. You just started playing Wuthering Waves. Should you finish quests first or exploration? I would finish the main quest first, and then do the world quests. I think the only main side quests you might want to do first are... Not that I've done all of mine. They usually have a gear. I think if you go to the world, you can see the exploration quests, because some of the exploration quests unlock new areas that you can access. So I would focus on finishing the main quest and then the green exploration quests. And then you can go and explore everything after. Did you win your derby today? I voted for Jingxi and then she got second. I almost voted for Camellia, but then I wanted to support Jingxi. I feel like we haven't seen Jingxi for a while in the story. She used to be best girl and then so many people came along. I always see these memes on... I think in Bilibili, where people make fun of Jingxi. Because she used to be one of the main waifus, and now there are so many others. The rover hasn't gone back to even visit Jingxi. In many years, it feels like... I forgot which one I saw recently. There's some sad Bilibili fan-made creations of Jingxi feeling sad. because of the rover. I searched Jingxi. You lost twice in Derby. I only got to vote once. I didn't make it to the first voting. Tomorrow, I think I'll vote for... I'll choose between Phoebe and Cartadia. I like them both. Streamer brought her skin. Wait, what do you mean? I used her skin a bunch. I spent like 8 hours in Wuthering Waves that day playing Jingxi and this skin. I used her plenty. I can't find the one animation I was watching. That was a funny one with Jingxi. I think I typed her name wrong. It's the other Jingxi. There's Carlotta and Changli skin next patch. And then there's Cartadia and Lupa. So there are 2 skins and there are 2 characters that a lot of people want to pull. I don't think it's any of these ones. It must be one of the other ones I saw. Which one is... Oh, this one was from... Oops. This one was from something else. Not this video. Pause this thing. I'll share when I find it in the future. Off-topic question. What teams do you recommend to reach 100? Miyabi is a pretty good one. I think reaching floor 100 isn't that difficult because you can keep retrying. It's more about how quickly you want to do it. Generally, it's not a DPS check, and more of a support check. More of a, can you dodge the attacks and survive? Like a survival check. So bringing your healer, Astra can kind of heal and support. Astra, Miyabi, Caesar. Even if you don't proc the effects, Miyabi is pretty nice. You can also just play your teams with your Caesar and then Astra. You also don't necessarily need Caesar if you can survive and dodge the attacks. With the recent, I don't remember, is Last Stand the rotating one? The one where you get buffs every other... The one where you get buffs? We haven't gotten a tower update in ZZZ in a while. Could be Elf Girl's fate by the time the next flagship is around. Did our... Oop. What happened to my old tab? Oh. I think my computer is getting bricked again. Let me restart my browser. Restart. Does this work? This doesn't work. My stream is still alive, but I think my computer is dying again. I might need to restart stream. Let me see if I can fix it. The task manager isn't opening either. It's just me and the stream. It's the thing that breaks my PC is the Wuthering Waves media server for whatever reason. And it kind of makes sense. I don't think it's because I don't think they optimized it that well. Take your time to Sidon. I think I might also need to BRB. I think I need to restart my computer. All my windows crashed. Surprisingly, OBS did not crash. Media server is different from beta. And no browser. Nope. I should try in the future after I open the other server. I should try restarting my computer. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. I think I need to restart. Goodbye YouTube. Goodbye Twitch. I will be back in 5 minutes or so.